Hi everybody, it's BDevine and I'm back again, and this time I just wanted to talk, hopefully briefly, about Ascension. Now we've heard of Ascension and people have got different views about what it means and whether we're leaving the planet and going somewhere else and all of this stuff, and honestly I can only share with you what I really feel about Ascension and the process and what I feel that it means. Now please just take from this whatever you will, believe whatever you want to believe. But I just felt that I would explain to you guys what I felt about the Ascension process. Now, the Ascension to me means that we are raising our energy levels to a higher density. So as we know, there are many other, planets, etc. And they are all in higher density than what Earth is at the moment. We're like the babies, we're the last ones to sort of catch up to everybody else. And as you get higher in density, 3D, we're at 3D, 4D at the moment, going into 5D, 6D, 7D, and on it goes. So the higher the dimension in energy, then the lighter we feel, the less we have to rely on the things that we rely on now, and the more we become our total spiritual self. This is what I believe. So what I feel is happening with the Ascension process on the Earth at the moment is that we are raising to 5D, which means in 5D our thoughts create instantly. We can, in other words, we can manifest things very, very easily. We can speak to each other telepathically, so there will be less need for actual speaking. Our bodies will feel different because the chemistry in our body and our cells are vibrating at a different level. But I do not believe that we are going to evaporate into thin air, lift ourselves away from the Earth and be floating around space somewhere. Some people do, I don't. What I believe is that in the Ascension process is that because we are raising our awareness, our energy levels, our spirituality levels, then what this means is those that are still back in the old way of scheming and lying and ripping us off with money and old governments and all that sort of thing that have been around for a very, very long time, they will remain in that level. They will just remain there. And so as we are lifting above this level and seeing things from a higher perspective, it means that in our awareness we are only going to be around people who are same as we are, thinking in the same way. So it doesn't mean that we've suddenly left the planet. It means that we've left the reality of the lower energies. We've left this 3D world, and we live in a world where there is peace, there is harmony, there is no need for money, there is just like a bartering system. I give you advice, you give me advice, we don't have to pay for things. We're lifting ourselves right away from all of that stuff and living in a new reality. It is still living on Earth, but you are living on Earth in this higher new reality. And a lot of us are doing this now already. We've lifted ourselves away from a lot of people that we don't need, and it hurts and it's confusing, but we seem to have a different perspective on that we would have had a long time ago. So Ascension to me means that we are lifting our awareness, we are raising our vibration, we are changing our body's chemistry, we are becoming more in tune with the spiritual self that we are instead of the human self that we are. We are letting the spiritual side of ourselves take over more, meaning that we've got all our abilities intact. We can speak to each other through thought and emotion and feeling. A lot of us do this already. And it's just going to be more of a, more people doing it, more people believing in it, more people, living in a better reality than before. And so this is what is meant by, coming into a golden age where there's peace and light and love surrounding the Earth. We're coming into this new age now. We've been coming into it for quite a while. It's just that there's so many more people that are switched on now, that are waking up, that are working out that they are a soul, a soul with a mission to heal the Earth, to find happiness within, to let go of all the old ways of things and to change things, you know. Making a change inside of yourself is what changes the world. You know, be the change you wish to see. That's just marvellous. And, you know, the more and more and more of us that do this, the more we end up at this kind of level, you know, where we're all sitting there. And so, because in our reality that we are in, which is love and light and peace, those that are still dark and angry and sad and fearful and you know, doing all the same old things and ripping people off, etc., etc., they stay in their 3D little world, and we just don't have that existing in our life anymore because it's not in our minds anymore. So Ascension to me is raising your awareness to a new level, that of a spiritual being, that of peace on earth and freedom for all. And, you know, if we want to strive for that, then have that within yourself first. And then the next person will have it within their self, and on it goes. And then we just all collectively, you know, are raising the awareness and the vibration on the planet. And as I said, before we know it, we won't need all these lower level things like money and greed and wealth, etc., because we'll all have it, because we're going to all think of it and it will be, you know, we'll all just be on this beautiful, peaceful plane. And that's what I believe Ascension is. You know, it's your soul reaching the higher heights, and those that are like-minded and on your level and also doing the same thing within will meet you there. You know, it is not, we're not going to be wandering around in space, you know, unless you want to, but I just don't see that we're getting lifted away. It's just that our reality shifts. When our reality shifts, you know, we become in this new world, so it will feel new to us. And, you know, the earth is healing and raising its vibration as well, so it's new also. And as I said, you just won't have to deal with the stuff that we've been dealing with now. So it's a good thing that we're getting all of this out of the way, especially the last few years. You know, we've had that much, you know, incidences and problems, you know, with people, places, situations, jobs, and all of this, and we're all starting to move away from this, and following your intuition is key to raising your awareness, your abilities, and raising your energy levels to where you want them to be. So that is my take on Ascension. Now, it could be wrong, but that is what I truly believe is going on here, and I feel that we are our own saviours. We are getting advice and help from guides and loved ones and angels and light beings and those from the Pleiades and, you know, all different planets and things. We are getting advice and we are being helped in that way, but we actually have to switch over ourselves. You know, our mind is stronger than we ever imagined. So, you know, if our mind can take over and lift and lift and lift and lift and lift, then what we're going to end up with is the world that you are looking for, that you are wanting to have. And it's happening already. And if you are going to be one of those people that stays in, is frightened, you know, and stays back in the old dogma of religion and anger and greed and wealth and you know, all this lower stuff, then you will still be okay. You're not going to evaporate into thin air. It's just that you'll just be hanging about with people that are also doing the same things. So that's my take, guys. I hope it made sense to you. And I will do my best to write a little article about what I believe Ascension is. As I said, you don't have to listen to me, but this is what just keeps, every time someone asks me about Ascension, this is always what comes forward. So I'm going to trust my feelings about it and go with it. So thanks for listening, and until the next video, it's goodbye from me. Bye.